With all the news and hype surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2, I want to look at the other console sellers, Sony and Microsoft, but specifically Sony, and ask the question, what if they tried again in the handheld market? And I'm not talking about the recent PS Portal. I'm talking about a successor to the PSP, the PSP Go, and the Vita. Let's talk about it. What is good, y'all? It is TheYoungKingKen, and today I'll be discussing and speculating what would happen if Sony decided to develop a handheld console in the modern day. Without further ado, let's get into it. First, I want to discuss Sony's history with handhelds, which started in 2005 with the release of the PlayStation Portable, or PSP, and it was a powerhouse in the handheld market, playing high quality games like God of War, Chains of Olympus, or Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. The system came with a widescreen display and software features like for the fact that it served as a movie and music player with a customizable home screen to personalize your experiences. Later, when the PS3 came, it was really almost like having a mini PS3 in your hands with the various similarities. They also had UMDs or mini discs that were your typical movie or game discs that you were insert into the system. In 2009, Sony decided to drop the PSP Go, a digital-only version of the PSP with a slide-up screen. While it was sleek with its design and it was easier to place in your pocket than the original, it was a major struggle to sell it as it was too expensive and it lacked physical game support like with the PSP. Sony thought they learned from their mistakes in 2012 and went ahead with the PS Vita, with their physical game cards, their OLED screen, dual analog sticks, and remote play to cross-platform play with the PS3 and PS4. This handheld, though, was a powerhouse in the JRPG scene, gaining a cult following, but like the PSP Go, failed by it being the more expensive option and not really taking note of their competitors in the handheld market, like the Nintendo 3DS, and of course a booming mobile gaming scene. And it did not take them for another 11 years to create another handheld. The PS Portal, which was a remote play only device that could play PS5 and PS4 games. With the rise of the handheld market, with major thanks to the Nintendo Switch, the PS Portal is doing surprisingly well, despite its critical setbacks such as no native gaming, no Bluetooth support outside of Sony branded products, which is expensive by the way, and for the fact that you need a great Wi-Fi connection to even run it well. In summary, Sony understands that there is a need for handheld devices in the market today, but was really ahead of their time with their previous devices. This point that I'm trying to make here is that in the modern day, if the PS Vita dropped, it would have done a lot better since the market is flowing with handhelds and would have adapted better with the current gaming trends. So I now want to ask the question, what would Sony need to do to be successful in today's mobile market? In my opinion, the quick answer would have to be a modern PSP that can natively play PS4 to PS5 games on the go with cloud gaming on the side. Now, honestly, what if you can play Uncharted or Astro Bot or God of War, Spider-Man on the go? I know some of the first party exclusives can be played on PC, but my point stands. You don't need any special discs or cartridges like the Switch 2. It could literally look like the Portal, except not just the cloud gaming part. The device is great if you have amazing connection on both ends, but if you're able to do that and natively play games stored on some type of NVMe SSD equivalent that would fit onto the device, that would be amazing. It doesn't have to be the highest quality. It would just have to be able to play my games on the go. Like if I'm on flight, I wouldn't want to have to wait until I'm off that flight to play my games. Really, adding the streaming services Like Netflix or the music players like Spotify would be a huge plus. And being able to customize your home screen, which is a little bit far-fetched nowadays. I mean, yeah, I want to make this device more personal to me. The possibilities are endless, but this device will have to compete with most likely the Switch 2 and the Steam Deck. And as for the price, which has been a major discussion in gaming, thank you Xbox, and especially you Nintendo. I made a video with my thoughts on this if you want to check this out, by the way, but I potentially seen this being priced at around $400 USD. I don't think this should cost any more than a digital only PS5. And aside from the current backlash with the pricing on games and consoles on Nintendo and Microsoft's side, Sony has the opportunity to take the lead on this concept, and it would sell like crazy given the opportunity and the marketing of it goes through. So what are your thoughts on this? Should Sony release a handheld like the PSP or Vita? What would you like for this handheld to do for you? Comment below. And thank you for watching. I do several videos like this as well as skits, gameplays, streams, and more. So if you like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get updates on whenever my vids drop. And until the next one, I will need y'all to keep our kingdom seasoned, y'all.